Hey everyone, welcome to the third week of June 2024 Railfan updates and announcements. We have a lot to share this week, so let's get started. On Saturday, August 17th from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. is the New England Steam Corporation's Touch a Train event. Located at the Downey Scenic Railroad in Hancock, Maine, this free event features caboose rides, speeder car rides, blowing number 470's whistle, ringing number 470's bell, and more. Then, at 1:30 p.m., the Downey Scenic Railroad will be running an excursion train for the day. Coming November 8th to 10th, 2024 is the 50th anniversary celebration of Railfan and Railroad magazine. SMS Lines will be the host of this upcoming celebration and will have some activities planned for the celebration. There will be a Friday night photo session, a Saturday steam-powered photo freight and diesel-powered passenger train on the Woodstown Central Railroad, an evening banquet and slideshow, a Sunday tour of the SMS Lines facility, and some surprises. I was scrolling through Facebook one day and saw someone photograph former Amtrak sleeper car Pacific Cape at the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad with the Tours Railroad's reporting marks. This Tours Railroad is about a 30-minute drive from Trenton, New Jersey, and about an hour drive from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. More progress continues on Southern Railway number 722 at the Strasburg Railroad's restoration shop. The Strasburg Railroad restoration crews began reassembly of the 722's boiler. Patches are being made to the outer firebox and some new driving boxes are being made. Also, new main crank pins and new tires have been installed on the main driving wheels, which should be ready to head back to North Carolina soon. On another locomotive, former Great Western number 90 is making great progress on its 1,472-day service day inspection and is closer to returning to operation. Also, what's been happening in the Keystone State is the Northern Central Railway in New Freedom, Pennsylvania, is the final stages of completing the Prince de Liege restoration to operating condition. Throughout the restoration, a new boiler was installed, and then the other parts of the locomotive were being reassembled and cosmetically restored. Eventually, the locomotive will operate special excursions and may be used for upcoming hands-on-the-throttle experiences this fall. Only $15,000 is needed to complete the restoration of this locomotive. The Northern Central Railway is also raising funds to prepare their 440 American steam locomotive number 17's upcoming 1,472-day overhaul inspection. We then have another fundraising event for the Pennsylvania Railroad K4S number 1361's restoration. On Monday, September 9th, the Railroaders Memorial Museum will have this year's K4 Classic golf outing at the Iron Masters Country Club in Roaring Spring, Pennsylvania. There are multiple ticket levels for this event ranging from the individual golfer to the diamond sponsor of $5,000. Again, the money raised from this golf outing will go towards the restoration of 1361, so if you or know someone who loves to play golf, let them know about this event. And before I forget, registration begins at noon and the outing officially starts at 1 p.m. Down south in North Carolina, the New Hope Valley Railroad was recently installing a new smoke box and riveting it to the 040T tank engine number 17's boiler. At the Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railroad south of Cleveland, Ohio, the two former Grand Canyon Railway FPA-4 units have arrived at their new home. Also, what has been happening in the Buckeye State is Cedar Point Park's steam locomotive number 1 recently left the park and it was sent to FMW Solutions shop for extensive repairs. After many years open to the public, unfortunately Entertainment Junction will be closing its doors on January 2025. After 2 years of trying to find someone to keep the business open, the current owners couldn't find any takers, at least for now. Entertainment Junction has been home to the largest model train displays in the world. So there are your final chances to experience this unique model railroad attraction. The Entertainment Junction is located in Westchester Township, Ohio, just north of Cincinnati. More progress continues on Chicago and Northwestern 1385's rebuild. More parts are being installed on the boiler, including brake stand, power reverse quadrant, an air brake gauge bracket, and some other appliances. Up in Minnesota, the Gopher State Railroad Museum's hard-working volunteers were continuing their track work at their museum. A big shout out goes out to those individuals at this museum and of course the volunteers of all other railroad museums and historical tourist railroads across the United States and around the world. Even you can become a volunteer and volunteer at the Gopher State Railroad Museum today. Also up in Minnesota, the North Shore Scenic Railroad in Duluth has 5 passenger cars on lease from what appeared to be the Rail-X Co. and the Railroading Heritage of Midwest America. The tourist railroad will use the Silver Palace Dome car, the Lake Pepin coach car, the Fox River Valley lounge car, and at least one former Metro bi-level commuter car to accommodate the growing number of riders for the summer tourist season. The Union Pacific Railroad has announced the second tour for Union Pacific Big Boy 4014 that will begin on August 29th with 3 major stops in Rochelle, Illinois on September 8th, Houston, Texas on October 6th, and in Fort Worth, Texas on October 10th and 11th. UP has also said that more details will be shared as we get closer to August 29th, so keep checking back the UP Steam website for updates at up.com/heritage/Steam. At the Niles Canyon Railway in Sonoma, California, a significant milestone was reached for Southern Pacific 2479 as it performed its hydro test. After the test, it showed that other areas needed more work, but needless to say, that's what these hydro tests are for. At the Oregon Rail Heritage Center, volunteers worked on tapping the holes in the crown sheet from the inside of the firebox of Oregon Rail Navigation 462 Pacific number 197 as part of the preparation for the installation of crown bars. At the time I made this video, FMW Solution crews arrived and they will continue the boiler work for the locomotive. We have not one but 2 exciting steam locomotive updates across the pond from the United States. First, the Flying Scotsman has a new operator with an operational plan for the locomotive in the future. Plans call for the famous locomotive to be on display at least 30 days, make 15 Heritage Railway visits, and at least 20 excursions on the main line every year until 2032. And finally, the Churnet Valley Railway has brought another S160-280 consolidation to operation, number 3278. These S160 steam locomotives were originally built for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers during World War II, so it sure is great to see these locomotives being well represented today. Well, that sure was a lot of news to cover. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to click on the links below in the description to learn more, buy your tickets, volunteer, or donate. And of course, to stay up to date on future Railfan updates and announcements in North America and beyond, click on the subscribe button and select the Receive All Notifications option after clicking the bell icon. And I will leave a playlist of the Railfan updates and announcements videos on the left, as well as another video on the right. And very last but not least, likes and comment your excitement down below always support this channel and preservation. That is all for this week. This is Transcontinental Railfan, out.